I think it is sad what has happened to Rudy Giuliani. You have to remember, Rudy Giuliani at one time was a respected mayor of New York City. The 9/11 moment brought him national fame. He was a functioning mayor. He was a moderate Republican who was elected in New York City, which is no small feat. But this is a different Rudy Giuliani that we're seeing. And I think he's done himself a terrible disservice. I think the positions he's taken with Donald Trump, he's done himself a terrible disservice, and he's embarrassed himself. I think he's also put himself in legal jeopardy. And I wouldn't be surprised if Rudy Giuliani doesn't have legal liability before this is all said and done, because he was right in the center of the election deniers. Certainly, he has proven that he was wholly dishonest with the American people when he said night after night that they had evidence that there was rampant fraud in the election, when he knew that that was just not the truth. And again, that may lead to legal liability. I think in some ways he's a metaphor for what has happened to the Republican Party across this country. You hear national Republicans who say Donald Trump is killing the Republican Party that could elect a Ronald Reagan or that could elect a George Bush, a more moderate, responsible Republican Party. I think Rudy Giuliani is a metaphor for that. He could be elected New York City mayor at one time. Not anymore. What happened with Rudy Giuliani, that arc is what has happened with the Republican Party. You've gone from a moderate, mainstream party that represented reasonable people, that could attract independents, could attract conservative Democrats. And you are now playing to a small, extreme minority on the Republican side. That's the trajectory of the Republican Party. That's the trajectory of Rudy Giuliani. New York State elected moderate Republicans at one time. We elected Nelson Rockefeller. We elected George Pataki. They were moderate Republicans. That's not what the Republican Party has become. And Rudy Giuliani is a symbol of that. How you go from a reasonable, functional, moderate Republican to a disingenuous Republican who spreads lies for Donald Trump, who is dividing, frightening, scandalizing the nation. That Republican Party does not represent the best of American values and is also unsustainable as a mainstream political party in this country. It also is very sad and disappointing that he would use anti-Semitic language, make comments about the Jewish people and Passover and the parting of the Red Sea, even if it was meant to be humorous in private. That is just emblematic of the anti-Semitic behavior we see exploding in this country and in this nation.